I quit DoorDash, not because I didn't need the money, but I was tired of not focusing on building the life I wanted. Instead, I was focused on chasing quick dollars just to cover my bills. So I took the opportunity, took the leap of faith, burned the ships. There's no plan B, and here we go. Hi, I'm Lisa Renee, and I am building my laptop retirement in real time. So today I'm talking about the decision that changed everything. I cut the safety net. I took the leap of faith. Some of it was out of necessity, and I'll just briefly touch. A couple months ago, my husband was hospitalized and then put in rehab for a bad infection. He spent almost a month doing that, and he's been pretty much bedbound, recovering very slowly at home. But the first month, my husband begged for me to stay and not work. Well, I just couldn't do that. So eventually his mother paid me what I made with DoorDash to not work so I could spend that time with my husband. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not the reason I quit. The reason I quit is it showed me how much more time I could focus on building my financial future and work on building that financial wall that nothing can penetrate. A line from Jim Rohn. So I decided not to go back. She didn't continue to pay me endlessly. I just decided enough is enough. It was time to stop dabbling in my future, give up chasing quick bucks just to cover the bills that I had to pay, and go all in. So I did. I took a leap of faith, and I'm all in on building my family's future, my family's financial wall of security, and no more working outside the home. We're just going to go all in. It's a do or die situation. I mean, literally, to me, it's a do or die, because if this does not work, if I cannot make it work, I'm going to end up filing bankruptcy. And I refuse to do that. So here's something that most people don't tell you. You grow up learning, always have a backup plan, always have a backup plan. If this job doesn't work out, make sure you've got another one before you quit. And that's been the way I've been conditioned my whole life. But doing some research and reading, there's actually books on burning ships. And the reason for it is because there's no turning back. The warriors fought to the death and took the island, or they died, literally, because the captains and the leaders would burn the ships. There was no way they could get away. They had to win. And that's how it is for me. Plan B is comfortable. And for me, that's where my dreams always go to die. They always go pushed on the back burner. And realizing my own potential and how I have not been living up to it for decades, I just said, enough is enough. That's another one from Jim Rohn. You get to a point where enough is enough. I didn't quit DoorDash. I quit my excuses. There was always something. Well, I need to have the money so I can pay for this. I need the money so I can do this and pay the bills and, pay for what it costs to keep my websites going and all. No, I quit. Fear's the liar, but now it's my rocket fuel. Fear has always been dressed up like logic. You know what I mean? Now's not the time. Be responsible. It'll wait till tomorrow. You're too old. Don't tell me that one. So I'm flipping it. Fear isn't my enemy. Staying in place, staying the same as I was last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whereas just getting by, I can't do that anymore. Time's running out. So, I mean, if you think about what's fear pretending to protect you from? Society likes you to be in that tidy little box, especially women over 60. getting older doesn't mean I'm resigned to retire and die and be broke for the rest of my life, No, So if I wanted to be reasonable, I'm done. If I'm going to be reasonable now, I'm going to organize the junk drawer. That's being responsible, keeping my space neat and tidy, doing the things I say I'm going to do for me, working hard on building my business, and both of them, the laptop retirement as well as the Lisa Renee project. I mean, there's just no more second guessing that I have the ability to create the financial security that I need, that I've envisioned, that I constantly see myself in. So I've been working real hard on gratitudes, strengthening my faith. And that's just not feel-good vibes, and believing in a higher power. It's a universal law that, if you work hard and you believe and you can see it for yourself and you really, really believe it with that work, it's not like I'm waiting for a miracle. I'm building one. I'm willing to work for it. And that's what's going to see me achieve everything of my dreams and everything I visualize. I see the future version of me who is just waiting. I see it vividly in my meditation moments. I see it vividly when I wake up in the morning. This is going to see me through. I write out my goals. I have my list that I write out, and I believe in them. I know they're going to happen. And, people worry about, well, how am I going to do it? You just start working, start doing what you need to do, and the how will work itself out. And eventually you will reach all your goals. But you got to take a leap of faith. I mean, the one business, the laptop retirement, is basically at zero. I've been working on that for months, but it still hasn't gotten any traction because I'm always prioritizing trying to bring in quick cash to cover these things and then it's limiting me on the work that I can actually get done. So I'm building the website, I'm writing the posts, I'm doing the videos again, and I'm not worried about the low views. It's not a verdict. It's feedback. Every post I write, every video I post, every short I clip, which I'm just going to start doing that today. I've been so slack on videos because there's been so much going on in personal life, as well as me spending too much time away from home trying to make a few $100s a week. Come on. No, I'm not doing it anymore. This is the do or die. What is the worst thing that can happen? Failing or regret? I think I'd rather fail over and over until I reach it instead of dying in 20 or 30 or 40 years, if I'm so lucky, with regret, wishing I had actually finally stepped up to my potential. And you're never going to reach your highest potential. But the goal is aiming for it, right? You've heard that. Shoot for the stars, because even if you fail, you might hit the moon, So burn the ships, especially you ladies over 60. I'm telling you, it's never too late. You're not too old. You're not too young. You don't need more time. You need more commitment. And that's what I had lacked, was the commitment. So I'm all in. I'm burning the ships. I'm building the thing. I'm becoming the person that I know I was always meant to be. So thanks for watching, if you're still with me. And I've got a freebie for you below. One of the things that I had to focus on was structuring my day and building habits that were going to help me get through my day, whether I'm as a caregiver and building a business or whatever it is. I've got 2 different links below. Go check them out. Both of those are free for you. And subscribe if you want my continued real life renovation over 60. And there's not going to be any fluff. It's just as I go. I'm not perfect. I just keep striving for perfection. No, and I'll never attain it, but I'm going to be better tomorrow than I was today. I love y'all. Next time. See you soon.